Alright guys, today we are going to be doing a review on my Bissell powergroom multi-cyclonic, but I guess it's not really called a multi-cyclonic, it's called a 2-time cyclonic action for superior suction, but I just call that multi-cyclonic. Got this from a friend in a trade. I traded my Kirby Tradition for 2 Omegas and this. Mostly did it for this though, believe it or not. Oh crap, I need to clean out of there. It needs a little work. But I do this vacuum of the week thing for my sister to make it more fun. There she is. And this is currently the vacuum of the week, so I kind of just had to butcher some things together to make it work. It did work, but I had to do some stuff to make the HEPA filter stay on there. Still needs a light bulb too. Might take the light bulb out of my wind tunnel V2. The light bulb out of my wind tunnel V2. Because I won't be using that for a while. Because that was the vacuum of the week last, and then it broke. So I'm probably just going to take the light bulb out of that and put it in this. Hopefully this light bulb mechanism still works. I need to get into all these cracks and clean them out good. The pedal still has a good snap. HEPA filter. Let's just start out with. So, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 height adjustments. With the green knob with the blue, which is one of the reasons I really liked this machine. There was also another version with blue and gray, and another version with like a little darker blue and light blue. But yeah, so you got 5 height adjustments. You always want it in the upright position when you're adjusting it, and it's easy as can be. It's got dual edge cleaning. I really don't get it. You know, my Bissell Clean View says the same thing. Even though it just doesn't make any sense because it looks like any other vacuum on the bottom. There's no like little, shimmy things or like anything that would even brush the edge. And there's still a decent bit of, measurement where it doesn't really have any agitation, so it's not really that good at edge cleaning. But yeah, it's bare floor, low, medium, little higher, and high carpet. It's got a 12 amp maximum power motor. Obviously it's got the Bissell logo here. I feel like the newer Bissells don't have, I feel like they don't do the whole logo on the base anymore. But I love this blue color with the green. What else? Right here, well, obviously right there, you got your headlight. No light bulb in there right now. Then your filter that gets dirty amazingly fast, and this is the only filter you've got besides that. This is the only filter you have protecting the motor, because this doesn't catch much or separate much. If any of that it does separate, goes into that tube and empties out when you empty it. So what I do, like, look at all that sand. This is why motors go bad. Like, there's literal sand. So I need to figure out something better, because this isn't going to continue working. But yeah, stuff is just zooming right through this filter besides really fine dust. So, which you'd think would be the other way around, I guess. But yeah, turn on the flash so you guys can see. Actually, no. I don't know what that little pinhole is. Oh! That's... There's a little pinhole in there because it's cracked, but I threaded a little screw there to hold that on, but we'll get to that later. Put this filter back in, but yeah, it just pops out like this and you can wash it. I'm thinking the sand is like getting around it, over here and stuff, but I don't know. If that is the case, I need to find out, and then I'll just take a nice bead of silicone on the edges. And then I also need to get, I'm still going to continue doing this, but I need to get you know, something better, because this one's got a couple holes in it, so stuff is still probably making it through to the fan, and yeah. You know, the little bits of dust probably aren't going to hurt the thing, but, you know, I don't want it. This motor is starting to sound a little weird. Well, it already sounded weird, and it sounds the same still, but whatever. One thing I had to do is I had to take these motor mounts off and oil them, but that's not part of the review. Next, you got your unlock and lock lever thingy, and it actually seals. I mean, it's got some movement, but it does seal. Yeah, see, my sister just vacuumed yesterday, and she picked up this morning. That's nasty. Oh, this thing's actually pretty impressive, but in terms of filtration, it's horrible. This is probably one of the worst filtrating vacuums I own. As you can see, it just kind of blows dust all over this chamber. But yeah, and then you got this thing, which, you know, doesn't really work properly, but it is better than what the newer Bissells have. See, any dust it separates goes into this little chamber thing, and then when you put it upside down, that'll empty out too. Now this just twists off. It's actually a nice tight fit, so it's hard to, there we go. So that just twists off so that you can wash this out real good. You can see most of the fine dust doesn't even get separated, it just sticks to this thing. I mean, like, look, it must not be doing much, look how clean that is. These little holes don't really do much either. What I did do is, because your suction goes through here and up through that hole up there, that big hole, and then through this back panel thing, the extension wand goes on, and because of that, you know, a lot of that was my first solution to trying to keep this filter cleaner, because that's only like one use there, which is pathetic. What I did is I had that same little rag that I have in there on this, and then I used a hair tie to hold it on, but it actually got sucked in, and luckily it was in that little back plate, so at least it didn't make it to the fan, because somehow I can't figure out how to get this thing down to the motor. Because it could definitely use a little motor service for sure. And then, of course, it'll make a big mess when you put this in. I mean, I'm sure they weren't this bad. Like, I really have a hard time believing that this is how much dust they blew out when they were brand new. But, you know, because, you know, the seals, you know, it's not really that good anymore. It's starting to get dry rotted and stuff, so. Okay, on to the HEPA filter. I'll show you that. So, put the screw through here to hold the HEPA filter cover on, and I also put a wood shim for the screw to have something to go into. And when I was trimming it off, I kind of scuffed that a little bit, but big deal. I also polished that window, but it's a little hazed up again. So, as you can see, there's a hole in the shim now. But, yeah. So you got, I think this is called like a style 10 filter. Okay, 8 or 14. Yeah, see, that's like really bad. Like if I didn't have this HEPA filter in here, like that would be very unhealthy. Yeah, when I blew through this from the clean side, I could see dust poofing out, which is not good. So, yeah, I'm probably gonna need a new filter soon. I might try washing this, but it is paper, so I'll just have to see what happens. Because I don't think these are really washable. I know for a fact the Hoover ones aren't washable, but I don't know about this one. I mean, yeah, just look at that, Jesus. Even if this HEPA filter's worn out, it's still better than nothing, because you guys see that is bad. My Clean View probably filtrates better than this thing. And I don't know how. Probably because this Clean View has 2 foam filters in there. Which one of my reviews will be on the Clean View too. Alright. So that's on. You can see where it goes through. Got your on-off switch right here, which I find myself looking for all the time. I don't know why they put that little thing over it. You'd think this would be on the bottom, but whatever. You can see at the bottom here, it's got this, like a matte blue on the top, and everywhere it's flat metallic blue, and on the bottom it's not metallic blue. Like, metallic, matte. But yeah, you don't need any screws to get this bottom plate off. Just undo these few tabs, and then it's off. As you can see. I just put a new belt on there. It looks, yep, that's what that noise is. It's rubbing on there. I think. Got your adjustment wheels, these cheesy base wheels, which have a bunch of wobble in them. I recommend taking out that C-clip every once in a while and popping the wheels out and lubricating them. Don't use grease, because grease tends to melt plastic sometimes. And then here you got your... Don't be afraid to put a little drop of oil there sometimes too. Yeah, all it is a really flimsy, cheesy little piece of plastic. But let's cover back in. I wonder how much these were brand new. I know they're kind of rare, just because clearly they have their problems. Yeah, the reason that screws there is because this clip broke. But yeah, if you get a clog in here, which would be hard to do because the only thing that really goes through there is the dust, fine dust, that makes it through the cyclone without getting separated. You just take these screws out. But yeah, I had to take the screws out the other day because my makeshift filter flew into there because I had it in the cyclone before. I just have this kind of threaded into there. See, it's all cracked. That's why we can see the light. But I just have this threaded into there to hold this. Yeah, it also is losing friction, so I just wrap some tape around there so it doesn't keep falling out. Yeah, you can take that screw out to pop that down and shove a broom handle through it to unclog it. I mean, like, look at that. It is completely rubbing on the base. So, yeah, that's about the only thing I don't like about this machine. But, yeah, this is the model 92L3-1, made in 2011. Got some random scratches. This side is actually really scratched up, but I was able to cover it up a little bit with some Sharpie. And you just blend the Sharpie in and it doesn't look that bad. You guys can see where it is though. I just couldn't manage, I couldn't get it off with anything, not an abrasive sponge or anything. But yeah. God, this thing is so dusty. It's pretty much squeezing dust out wherever it can. And then one weird thing is this warning to reduce the risk of electric shock, unplug before cleaning. I don't know why it's right here, usually it's on the back. But yeah, it's your tube down in there, nice and yellowed. You can see how that works. When you pop this up, this goes down, push the base up so that your brush is not rubbing when you're doing hose cleaning. And so that when it's in storage, it's not sitting on the ground and ruining the bristles. See, there's a bit of flex in this base. Got your carrying handle right here. It's pretty uncomfortable. The thing that sucks is there's not another handle, so you kind of just got to deal with this one. Yeah. So yeah. What else? Yeah, it's got the 35-foot cord, probably my favorite part about this machine. Even though this was one of my dream vacuums, so that's probably not my favorite part. I think it was mostly just the color scheme, this wide path base. Kind of just reminded me of a more reliable power track, personally. The power tracks, oh, it's got brush rolls and shit. Yeah, this is a patent pending, so Bissell did design something on this machine, I don't know. So you guys see that. If you guys can tell me when this was made, that would be nice. There's the date code. There you go. Alright, there's the date code. 11/31/31 01E. Number. So yeah. Teletech Studios. Or anyone else that knows how to do this that watches my channel. Just, if you could give me that date, that would be awesome. Gotta get these scratches off. But yeah, still need to find a brush, and I really want to find the turbo tool that goes right there. See, it says Bissell powergroom there. But yeah, it's got stretch hose. You can just unlock it right there if you get it clogged. This is a very easy clogging point right here, I will say that. I feel like they probably get clogged plenty right there. But at least, it'll be right here. You straighten it out, and most likely it's just gonna fall right out. So yeah. I don't know what this is. If any of you guys know what this is, let me know. I don't know if it's like some kind of hidden suction release. But, yeah. Or if it won't run without that. That'd be kind of cool. Let's see if it'll run. Got this for $5 at Dollar General. You know what I'm saying? That tear's not in all the way. Curious to see if it'll turn on without this little thing in there. Yes, it will. So, weird. I thought it might have been like some kind of key that you need for it to turn on, but I don't know. Well, now that it's plugged in, might as well run it for you guys. I can't really think of anything else. You guys saw the brush roll and stuff. I like that it's got the matching green Bissell. This is actually a 2-layered window, so this top window stays clean. But then the bottom one, you have to wet sand or something every once in a while to keep it clean. Or use a fine grit of polish. So yeah, I like to let this thing warm up. I don't know why. I actually oiled the end bearing. Didn't take it down to the motor, but I took it out of the base. And just, if you have it with the spindle facing up, laying down, you can actually drop a bit of oil in there and it might make it into the bearings. Because it's just a ball bearing setup, so yeah. Or a seal bearing, but usually after a while they become not sealed anymore. And it actually did sound kind of bad, and after I oiled it, it does sound a little better. But the wind down is weird, and I think it's because that belt's rubbing on that metal thing. Yeah, and yeah, it's kind of loud. This side maybe, but I'm just afraid of going through the wires for the switch because that's probably what's in there. But I might just leave it because I didn't feel any air coming through there, so whatever. Or I could try tightening down this screw. I don't think it doesn't really ever tighten, it just kind of spins, but this cord really doesn't look that long when it's on the machine. It's kind of weird. My drill is glued together because I dropped it and it cracked because the thing is old. It still works though. it fell down the stairs, and it just kind of, this whole started to spread apart, and these screws don't have much to thread into anymore because it's all cracked. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and stay tuned for more. If I didn't say it, comes with a combo tool, crevice tool and extension wand, and a turbo brush. That's not the original crevice tool and extension wand, so if that looks wrong, because these all have different crevice tools, it seems like. So yeah. Say goodbye to the Bissells that were nice. And then you go to Walmart and you see what they have today. You know, for the people that are like, oh, why would you even keep that piece of shit? It's because what they have today is not even worth the $50. And that might be the next review. So, yeah.